Welcome back, everybody. Today we have a huge $2.6 million custom harvest that is going to be going down today. We're about to fill up all the combines, get the heads on, and then we are just going to jump right straight on into it. So first things first off, we have a Class Lexion 660 with a Macdon head, and then over there we have a brand new Case IH combine, and then we have 4 semis as well as a Steiger hooked up to a large Brent grain cart. Okay, so we got everything fueled up. We got the 9250 fueled up, and then the 660 was fueled up last night prior, and then the Steiger is good, plenty of fuel. So we're gonna move the fuel truck over here, wrap it around. We shouldn't need fuel for the rest of the day. This will take a long time to get out because it's a pretty big field, but until then we are just going to go ahead, open it up a little bit, and then see what the moisture's running, and then we'll go on from there. So as we're heading over to this field, we're just going to go ahead and cut one big lap around it, and then we'll start setting it up and making some grooves back and forth from there. So as we're going here, you can see that we do run 4 Black Mac trucks with Wilson hoppers, and you know, they work pretty well. Reliable trucks, easy to get around, hold a lot of fuel so we can make it through the day, and we'll just be taking all this grain right down the road to the granary and coming back for more. So it looks like the rest of the team showed up, so I went and got down from the Lexion, hopped in the 9250, and we are just really rolling now. Wheat moisture came in just fine, everything's running fine, we haven't had any problems yet, and soon we'll just really get a groove going, and I might hop out and run the grain cart for a little bit and try to get this done even faster. So we went and hopped in the Steiger, got a little bit of a phone call that the Lexion is already about 80% full from just doing one down here. So we're gonna go grab that real fast, go ahead and then try to get the 9250 unloaded as well. Alright, so we got our end rows cut out for that, so we brought the 9250 over here and the Lexion. We're both gonna let them unload into this hopper, and then we are really going to get rolling and try to keep both of those combines moving without any stopping to make it as efficient as possible. As you can see, you know, they're both pretty full. The Class was 100% full, and then the 9250 was about 50%. So we're really getting this loaded up, and we're really going to get a move on here after this. The Class Lexion is going to take off right after this, and then we're going to get the 9250 to go about center of the field, and then really just keep that grain cart rolling and moving. So both of those combines are really rolling now. So we're just going to kind of, you know, monitor them, make sure that they're not going to get over full to make it where they're going to stop, because we still have other fields to roll onto throughout the day, and it's really busy this time of year with wheat. So I hopped out to take a phone call, and I really just wanted to hit this grain cart really quick. So this is our brand new 1596 Brent gravity wagon, auger wagon, whatever you want to call them. So basically we decided to get this one on tracks. The last one we had was on flotation tires. We had a few problems here and there with it, but the good thing about this is it holds actually even more than a truckload. So if trucks get backed up, we actually have the potential to put even more bushels in this grain cart than there is in a truckload. So we noticed the 9250 was pretty full, so we're pulling up here while he makes his round. So we're gonna unload and go on the run, and this seems to be a pretty efficient method, as we don't have to stop near as much like we did way back when. So he's gonna keep rolling. We're gonna go around and try to catch the Lexion. We do have about 86% full, but we're kind of just hoping that we can maybe snag a little bit off this Class, so I don't have to go around and, you know, let that one get full while I'm unloading, and then potentially throw things completely off. So yeah, clearly we can kind of see the mound from the back that it's getting decently full, which we don't really want, but we're going to try to let them offload, and then maybe we can catch them on the turnaround. Let them unload, we'll get this 100% full, and then we will go unload this into our first truck. So we're pulling up on our first truck here, and we're just going to nicely hang it over the side and start filling this thing all the way up. Okay, so as it unloads, we're just going to make sure that we're not getting anything too full. Like I said, we're probably going to have to go around, grab the rest of the Lexion after this, and then most likely meet the case over there and maybe even get him started on the other half of the field. So like I said, this grain cart actually holds more than a truckload, so we will probably get this 100% full and even have to move on to finish dumping out. Yep, like I said right there, so we're going to have to move on to the next truck, and then we will have to get somebody to run that one down to the next location. So the class operator stopped to get his lunch real fast, so we're just going to catch him. We caught him on this turnaround, and then he's going to get back up there with his lunch and start hammering right back into it. So we're already pretty much about halfway through this field, and we're already going to be 2 truckloads full after these next 2 dump when they get close. So I would say bushel-wise so far, this is actually going above what the grower thought he was going to get, which is always a wonderful thing for a farmer to be reassured that their crop has come in full and healthy and the yield is plentiful. Alright, so we went and switched places with the grain cart driver. I'm going to be up in the Lexion now for a little bit, just getting some of this harvest in, and just making sure everything's going alright as the operations lead. Okay, I decided to go and hop in the trucks because the trucks are, you know, this is a great thing, but the trucks are filling up a lot faster than what we thought they were going to. We're rolling right along, and usually we've had close to a breakdown or something minor happen by now, and nothing has been happening, so the trucks are really filling up. We got the other 4 or 5 people running the crew right now, so they'll be fine. They'll keep trucking along while we go and dump this first load at the local granary. So everything's just about unloaded. We got the back half finishing up right now, and then after that we are going to head straight back to the field and hopefully be ready to get another load. So as we're heading back to the field, we're going to pull into the field this time. We usually don't do that, try to keep the compaction down, but this is some of the most bushel and acre wheat I have ever seen in my entire life. So it's going fast, and we're just going to have to utilize everything we can to get this done. So honestly today, we've been playing a little bit of catch up. We're rolling so hard and so fast with no breakdowns, so fingers crossed that keeps the way going, so we don't have to, you know, worry about these breakdowns as much like we normally do, and we can just get this field really wrapped up. I mean, we're rolling in almost what I would think record time for this custom outfitting to get done would be. Okay, so as you can see, sometimes this happens where we can't quite get them unloaded when they're full. We can't obviously run over the wheat, so I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Basically, this combine is going to swing out to the back of the right, and it's just going to pull up to the next to me, almost kind of like a silage harvester would in a silage operation. Like I said, sometimes this happens. Sometimes, unfortunately, we have to do this. We don't like to see it happen, but this is one of the rare cases when it does. Okay, so like I said, you can see his tracks. Basically, he just backed up next to me, and then now this just gets dumped right into here, and he'll be able to pull back over and should line up to about where we dump at the back of the side, where we don't have to do this again. Once again, we're pulling up to the 9250. We are going to unload on the go. I think we've made the executive decision. I think after one or two more passes of the Lexion, we're going to go ahead and get the head off of that and put on the header trailer down there that we brought into the field. We move it a little bit faster because it seems to get in and out a little bit easier than the 9250, so we want to keep the head on the 9250 as long as we can, and then you know, we'll go ahead and move that after. But until then, we're going to get done with that Lexion, go ahead, load it up on the head, and then the 9250 is going to kind of, you know, just clear things out for the rest of the day. So we've caught up to the Lexion, letting it do its final pass. Like I said, we haven't had any problems today. Usually we have some troubleshooting problems with the Colossus, just a little bit, but today it has been pretty much golden down here in Texas. So the worker went to go grab and take a truck to the granary, so we are just going to go ahead and load this head up so we don't have to worry about it later, and then fuel this up while we are at it. So we're pretty centered over the header cart, just need to push a little bit more, and now we should be able to set this down and get it loaded up onto the trailer. Okay, so we've loaded up everything. We're going to go ahead, shut the Colossus down, let it cool a little bit, and go ahead and fuel this up while we get everything 100% strapped down on the header wagon and get this other combine on the other side of this wheat. So like I said, we're wrapping this up. We're on the very last pass. He's getting pretty full, so we're going to let him extend his auger out, pull up and run with him for a little bit, and then he can fully unload with the Lexion at the end. But this is pretty much done. Bushels were crazy. No brakes at all, that just baffles my mind. And overall, one of the fastest harvest times we've ever had for a field this size. Alright, so as he's wrapping that last row up, we got the auger wagon parked down there, so we're going to hop in the Colossus, wait till he gets all the way down here, and then we're both going to unload at the same time, and then really get things dialed up for the next field. So like I said, the Case IH is unloading, so we're going to go ahead, poke our auger in, unload, and then we will get everything wrapped up from there because the field is now officially finished, and that is another one down for our wheat harvest. So with that, the field is 100% done. We will finish up unloading, let those trucks go to the grain market, and then run some down to the storage facility, and then after that we will head on to the next field and continue with more custom harvesting. And just like that, guys, we have another video complete. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, leave a comment, like, subscribe, whatever you can do to help helps, you know. Like I said, we are in prime harvest season, especially for me, so videos will be spotty, but I'm trying to crank them out as I can. And you know, just keep supporting. I will have below, I did make a Discord, so you can feel free to join the Discord, pop in, say what's up. There's some modules and stuff in there you can complete, and then after that we will just move on into another video. So we will catch you in the next one.